Hello, my name is Matthew Avalon, and today we'll be discussing enhancing the NWB neurophysiology data standard to support linking of data to online resources and ontologies. NWB is a data standard for neurophysiology. More than just a file format, it defines an ecosystem of tools, methods, and standards for storing, sharing, and analyzing complex neurophysiology data. The role of NWB is to integrate and to create a usable ecosystem of tools. We do not aim to standardize neurophysiology experiments, but we aim to standardize how we save and share data from neuroscience experiments. It is not our role to tell neuroscientists what kind and how to do experiments. An important aspect of organizing data and ensuring fair data use is the ability to relate these data to standardized ontologies and resources used by the community. In terms of tools that exist in NWB, it could be linking of units, species, genes, or other common fields to ontologies. For example, to describe the species of a subject, a user may use a broad range of terms, human or Homo sapiens. To avoid ambiguity and enable search of data across files, we need to unambiguously define the meaning of such terms. Fortunately, the biosciences community has created for many areas well-curated, readily available resources, such as the NCBI taxonomy, to address this challenge. As mentioned prior, different researchers might use different terms to represent the same concept. This variety limits the ability of software tools to query and combine related data. Having imprecise or non-standard terms may lead to misinterpretations of data. To allow researchers to store a precise representation of a particular data or metadata value, we have extended NWB via a dedicated data store for external resources to support linking of human-readable, user-generated keys with identifiers from external references, such as ontologies. This extension, external resources, is its own standalone data type, and consists of a collection of normalized tables along with assorted helper functions to add, remove, and retrieve data. Let's walk through a high-level example. Refer to the image below. Here we have the subject data type, and we want to add a resource regarding species data. In that species data is the term Homo sapiens. A user can create their own key name, either human or Homo sapiens, for this term. For this case, let's make a key with the name Homo sapiens. Through the use of methods in the external resources class, external resources will store the ID of the subject data type and the attribute using an external reference. The external reference in this example is the NCBI taxonomy. However, as you can see, a user can have multiple resources dedicated to a single key. External resources will store not only the ontology name and URI for each resource, but also the ID and URI for the Homo sapiens term from each ontology. Adding all of this data is streamlined in external resources through one method call. With this new data store, users can easily retrieve all datasets and objects that use the same resource or use the same keys, while providing options in how to visualize and denormalize these data tables as pandas data frames. This is currently an extension for NWB and is a critical first step towards enabling rigorous specification of terms and keys in NWB data files to facilitate data interpretation, query, analysis, and integration of neurophysiology data across experiments. Here we provided a link to the extension itself, but for more technical examples of external resources, I invite you to take a look at our tutorial on htmf.readthedocs. Here you will find more information about NWB and concrete examples for its tools, such as external resources.